Hey, dreamers and doers, everybody pushing for the best version of you. Thanks for clicking on this video. I'm gonna do something different today.
Rocco!
Normally I talk about motivation or inspiration or leadership, but today I wanna talk about sales. It's something that I love. Over 20 years ago, I started in sales. I really think there's an art to selling. And I think professional selling is something that, you can spend years developing.
Okay, let's do this.
So I also love relearning things I already know. So today's video is about trust in selling. And I imagine this is not going to be a new concept to a lot of people. This is going to be stuff you already know. But I just want to remind you of how important trust is in selling. Because I got reminded by a client the other day who, it's amazing when you start to ask questions and you start to really listen.
Ron, are you paying attention? Nope.
To what customers are saying about why they're buying and why they've decided to maybe go a little deeper in the buying relationship with you. This customer said, previously we had somebody that we trusted, but we lost that trust. So, we no longer trusted that we would be able to get what we intended to get. So we were in this space where, we were just buying to get the job done. And whoever would fulfill that need, that's who we went to. But it wasn't what we wanted. We wanted a relationship where we could trust. And I thought, it's amazing because, we have a lot of buying programs. We have a lot of, new product launches, and we have sale days, and we have business tools. But how often do we sit and create a focus just around, do we have trust with our best customers? Do we have trust with, all the people in our territory? So it really made me think about the importance of trust in selling and creating a focus around that.
Okay, here's the deal. I'm not here to waste your time, okay? I certainly hope you're not here to waste mine. So I'm gonna keep this short.
So I want to share with you a quote that I remember. It stuck with me. It's from the movie The Boiler Room, which isn't a great template, by the way, for how to sell ethically. But what I love about this quote is that they call out the objection that they know is there. And the quote goes, "Doctor, I'm going to ask you this one time to put your trust in me. And then I'm going to show you a great return. And from there, I'll never have to ask for your trust again." And what I love about that is it's just, recognizing that, hey, you don't know me, you don't trust me, but I want a chance to get that trust, to build that trust. So here's the challenge to all the salespeople. I want you to look at your A accounts, because those are the ones that I anticipate you probably have really done a great job of building high trust. But then I want you to go to your B accounts. And I want you to look at those B accounts and say, where is there an opportunity where I can establish more trust? And ask yourself, why is this client not buying from me or buying everything they could? Is there something about the trust factor that could make a difference in having this customer shift from a B account up to an A account? And think about, do I have a high level of trust with all the stakeholders that I need in this account? Because what I'm thinking is you might have high trust with one person, but there can be multiple people who are stakeholders. And have you spent the time developing the trust that's needed with everyone that makes the buying decisions? So here's the challenge. What can you do in the next 30 days to build a higher level of trust that's going to translate to a higher level of sales, which is what you're wanting to do? Create a focus around that and I think it can be really impactful. Keep going for your goals. Keep smashing your dreams. Click the like button. Click the subscribe button. I really appreciate the time that you spent with me.
I'll tell you what, the one thing you can have in common with any human being you meet is their best interest. Think about that. If you can convince them you are interested about what's best for them, they will implicitly trust you instantly. I'm not talking about tricking them. I'm talking about being genuinely interested in the other person. I went to Circuit City back before they went out of business. Highly incentivized sales force. You'd walk in the door and they'd glom onto you. They just had a queue of salespeople, and whatever you bought, they got a commission. And I knew this, so I'm kind of ignoring the guy with me. This is back in the days of VCRs, and I found this $69 VCR I was going to buy. I pick it up, and he looks around, makes sure there's nobody nearby. He says, "Dude, that one's coming back a lot." Something interesting happened. I suddenly trusted him. Why? Because if I'd have bought that VCR, he doesn't care if it didn't work. He'd still get the commission. But suddenly, he seemed like he really was interested in me getting a good VCR. It happened that quickly. Why? Because he suddenly demonstrated he had my best interest at heart. And if that is true, and you want to help people make a decision that's good for them, you need two more things. Logic, the left brain, which is kind of just a metaphor, and emotion. Here's the problem with most leaders. If they're logical, they use a lot of logic when they sell. If they're emotional, they use a lot of emotion. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to do both. You have to construct messaging. Whether it's a sales presentation or whether it's a staff meeting, you have to have messaging that taps into logical reasons but gives people that heartfelt want to, not just that need to. Best interest, bolstered by logic and emotion. That's why people buy.